Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. 3 shocking cases of brutal sexual crimes, including murders, have come to light in Jharkhand against young girls in the past 2 weeks alone. But the state government is busy with its own politics, with Chief Minister Hemant Soren's MLA-ship under doubt. Remember, the Chief Minister faces charges of corruption and office of profit due to mining contracts that were awarded to him by him as Chief Minister and Mining Minister, and the Election Commission has reportedly recommended his disqualification to the governor. But even amidst all the outrage over the brutal crimes against young girls coming to light back-to-back, Jharkhand Chief Minister moved a confidence motion in the assembly to prove his own majority, which was never really in doubt. If that was not enough, Soren even downplayed horrific cases of rape and murders coming to light, terming them regular, cases that keep happening everywhere else too. Remember this after the state MLAs were actually out of the state at a resort in Chhattisgarh, even as Ankita, one of the victims from Dumka, was set ablaze by a neighbor and was struggling to get even an iota of help from the government, battling for her life for 5 days, moving from hospital to hospital. Has the government completely abandoned the law and order situation, leaving empowering of women as a mere slogan? That's the larger question we will take to our guests in just a bit. But first, here are just 3 of the cases that have come to light. Remember, more cases happen, but these are the big cases that have come to light. On August 23, the case that all of you might have heard of, a minor girl named Ankita was burned alive by a stalker in Dumka. She later succumbed to those burn injuries with no help forthcoming from the government on her treatment for 5 full days. Then on September 2, another instance involving a minor girl who was lured and sexually exploited before being thrown into a well by the culprit. The victim girl somehow survived. This incident took place in Lohardaga district of Jharkhand. But the horror didn't end here. The very next day on September 3, again near Dumka, a young 14-year-old pregnant girl was found hanging from a tree. Police said the girl was raped and then murdered. But these crimes don't seem to be enough to shake the government into action. And these crimes aren't the first of their kind in Jharkhand. In fact, Jharkhand has some of the worst record when it comes to serious crimes against women. For example, murder with rape or gang rape. Jharkhand is the 5th highest, the 5th worst record in the country. Dowry deaths, 7th worst record in the country. Human trafficking, which of course involves young minors, 8th highest number of cases in the country, and rape also 8th highest in the country. In fact, the state holds many dubious records, not just in terms of law and order, but even when it comes to basic upliftment of citizens. The High Court in Jharkhand rapped the government for deteriorating law and order and high crime graph just recently in June. The rate of murder per 1 lakh of population and communal riots were the highest in India from Jharkhand in 2021. It is the 2nd worst performer in Niti Aayog's Sustainable Development Goals Index in 2020-2021 and at the bottom of the SDG Hunger Index for the same period. So there's really a lot of questions that can be asked of the Hemant Soren government. But is the Jharkhand government ultimately busy in political theatrics even as girls face heinous crimes? That's the big debate today. Before we go to our guests, here's more of what both sides are saying.
घटनाएं तो होती रहती है, घटनाएं कहाँ नहीं होती, घटना तो बोल के आता नहीं है।
एक 15-16 साल की लड़की को जो है पेट्रोल डाल के शाहरुख ने जला दी। उसके लिए संवेदना के लिए एक शब्द मुख्यमंत्री के पास नहीं था। मुख्यमंत्री ने आप ही पत्रकारों को कहा कि छोटी मोटी घटनाएं राज्य में होती रहती है।